I'm just gonna talk as if it's live because in the past when I haven't done that, there's a huge delay and I just don't want that. So if you can see the title, you can tell that it's not gonna be a happy stream. I'm gonna do my best not to get too emotional, but I make no promises. If you don't want to be bummed out or sad, I highly recommend you do not watch this. But quite frankly, I just wanted to kind of make this video, put it out there, and then not talk about it too much, at least for a while. And I think at this point I'm pretty much just, I say I'm cried out, but you know, who knows, maybe not, we'll see, but I'm gonna do my best not to. So you can see by the title of the stream that Momo is no longer with us. Her health over the past month went way downhill. She still wasn't eating and lost a bunch of weight. She was laying in one spot, not moving all day. She had no energy to do anything really. And after thinking about it, mind you, this has been an on-off again thought for a while now because her health has been not great over the past year. But more so lately, considering she wasn't eating and a bunch of other things. Thinking about a lot more. I kept putting it off because it's like once you make this decision, there's no going back from it. So I really, really want to make sure that this was the right thing to do. And this is my first pet as like an adult, where she was solely mine, my responsibility. You know, I picked her out. She was with me for 14 years. So this was particularly tough for me. But yeah, I had to put her down today. Technically it was yesterday because it was the 13th. But yeah, so she's no longer with us. It's very strange. A lot of emotions, waves of emotion. I don't think it's really truly sunk in yet. Like it has, but it hasn't. Yeah. The process is weird too, because like this happened, like it was a pretty sudden, not sudden decision, but essentially I'd been putting off making an appointment because she had blood work that she was supposed to get done pretty much now. I had to take her in every couple months to check and make sure that her kidney levels weren't any higher. Because if you weren't here from like the whole situation, essentially it started off with kidney disease. I took her in because she was having problems holding food in, and they did a bunch of blood work and all this stuff, x-rays, and they determined that she had kidney disease. And if you weren't aware, kidney disease in domestic cats is very common. It's one of the lead, if not the lead, cause of death in cats. And it's essentially because a lot of them are on dry food and they don't get enough moisture. So it results in kidney disease. So that was the first thing. And then over time, it was just kind of snowballing into one thing after another after another. We also found out through the string that she had pancreatitis. She also had something going on with her digestive system that was causing food not to be able to kind of flow through her system properly. So there was some kind of blockage, but they weren't really sure what it was. Turns out all this time it might have been what ended up being, I think the final straw was they found a mass in her abdomen about a month ago. They suspect it might have been cancer. That might have been it all along that was causing blockage in her digestion, and it just was too small to detect at the time and just got progressively worse. So yeah, that's pretty much in a nutshell what's been going on over the past year or so, and past couple months it's just gotten worse, where she's not eating, which is obviously a problem. But yeah, it was pretty much continued to let her waste away, which is literally what was happening. It was to the point where I pet her back and all I would feel is her spine. Her cheekbones were protruding. She had like no fat in her face whatsoever, because like her eyes also the past couple days started watering pretty protrusively is not a word, is it? A lot. Her eyes are watering a lot, like in the corner on both eyes. I don't know what was causing that. I honestly don't know. But I was trying to like move around like her eyelid to see like if I could see anything like in the like surrounding the eye, to see if there was anything I could see causing her to tear up like that, and there was literally not enough fat to even do that. Like her skin was just like hanging off her bones. It's bad. It's what you expect to see with someone with eating problems, we'll put it that way. You can't say certain words on YouTube, you get in trouble. But yeah, it sucks. So considering that she wasn't eating, and I really just didn't see how anything would be a step in a positive direction, and the fact that she's 14, I made the decision last Thursday. We'll just call it Thursday because technically it's Saturday. Thursday I talked to my vet, and yeah, we decided, well, I decided, he kind of agreed that it was time. And when he saw her today, because my actual vet that I usually see, he hasn't been in the office the last couple times I've went in because he was out, so I had to have the other vet, you know, look her over. But when he saw her today, he was like, yeah, you're making the right decision. Like, you could just tell by looking at her. So yeah, it was really weird. I don't know if any of you have had, and I looked this up online prior because I wanted to be prepared for, like, because I had no idea how any of this works. I've never had to deal with it before. But essentially, they give them at least this is the way, I don't know if there's other ways, but it seems to be the general way this happens, is they give the animal 2 shots, the first shot being a sedative, so they can't feel anything, and it just relaxes them. So that was the first one, and they gave her that away from me, because I guess it can sting them a little bit, so they didn't want, you know, her freaking out and it freaking me out, so they did that out of the room and then brought her back to me, because I did have the option of not being there or being there, and they say it's better for the animal if you're with them because it's more relaxing, and they're not alone. So they brought her back. They already had given her the shot, and the nurse had explained this all to me prior to it, but my brain was kind of freaking out. So as she's kind of like slowly starting to, like, you know, be sedated, there was moments where I was like, okay, did they give her both shots when out of the room? And I just didn't really understand what she was saying. And I thought there was a couple times when she was like just laying there, because it takes a few minutes for the sedative to completely kick in, so they let me be alone with her during that time. So there was a couple of times where I was like, did she go already? Like, I'm confused, because like her breathing was becoming very spaced apart, so that was kind of confusing. Plus at the end she was literally just like laying there, her eyes open. But yeah, it's not. So they finally came back in and gave her the second shot, which is the shot that, you know, puts them down. And then it was pretty immediate. They check her heart. Well, he checked her heart and told me that, you know, she's not there. He also checked the mass that was in her stomach while she was, you know, not there. It's hard for me to say certain words. And he said it had gotten pretty big, so it just wasn't looking good at all. I could have done other things to try, but at this point they don't really know exactly everything that's wrong with her, and it was just snowballing, and I didn't want to put her through anything else. Like, I feel like the last couple months have been pretty rough on her as it was, and part of me thinks that I really probably should have done this sooner, but again, it's just something that's like, once you do it, you can't undo it. So I wanted to be completely sure. But yeah, it's rough. And Blue is here next to me on the bed. I think she knows that Momo's not here anymore because she kept sniffing the air when I came back home. Probably smelling for her and noticing that she's not here. But other than that, her and Momo weren't close, which sucked, but in this instance it's probably better for Blue that they weren't super close, because when my mom and I lived together years ago, my mom had a cat, and when they were separated, mind you, they just moved, but in a cat's eyes it's not, I would imagine, horribly different. When Ash wasn't there anymore, my mom's cat, it was really hard on Momo. Like, Momo, you could tell it really affected her. You know, she would be crying, she would lay in all the spots that Ash used to be, and it was a while before she was, you know, over that. So I guess it's the one good thing, is like Blue doesn't seem to be horribly affected. I did, you know, worry about how she would be, but she doesn't really seem phased, to be honest. But yeah, today sucked. Friday the 13th out of all days, I swear, I know it's superstitious, whatever, but it's like every single Friday the 13th, it's fucking shitty. Like, there's something just terrible. Luckily, I had my family there. If I had to go through everything alone, it would have been so much worse. I had someone take me there and drive me home, which was also very good because it was pouring down rain, so I'd had been dealing with that, being upset, which would not have been good. And then Friday night is our family night anyway, and we talked about postponing it, or it was brought up that we could postpone it, but I didn't really want to be alone just crying all day. Well, I did anyway, but I didn't want to continue that into the evening. I really just wanted something to take my mind off of it, and being around family helps with that. So we had family night still, and that helped. I had like a brief period between, and I still had to work today too, so you know, that was great. And work sucked. I had all this BS, like every weird thing you could think of happening, every bullshit call was just, anyway, I know it's a bummer, and I know it's whatever, but I kind of want to, like I said, just do this now, because I'm at the point where I've pretty much, I think, allotted, like, my tier allotment for this period is just kind of out. I feel like tomorrow it's probably going to be replenished, so I really just don't want to cry on camera. And I know every now and then people ask about how she's doing and everything, and if that happens and I haven't addressed it yet, it's going to spark a bunch of emotions that I just don't want to deal with out of nowhere. So I figure I just make this video, everyone knows, and just kind of, you know, not have to talk about it if I don't want to, which is probably going to be for a while, because I don't know how I'm going to deal with this. I really don't. It comes in waves of like detachment, not really thinking that it happened. Like when I came home, I looked upstairs like briefly, forget why. I think I was just shutting the door, and I thought I saw her in the window, and it really freaked me out. It was like I saw her silhouette, and she used to sit up in that window when it would be open. She liked to look out the windows and watch the birds and all that stuff. But yeah, MoMo was family for sure. She's gotten me through so many dark parts, like through my onset of panic attacks and all that. She was the only one that was there. She would sense me, you know, basically freaking out, and would come comfort me. I moved so many times. She was with me, you know, through everything. She was with me for 14 years. More than a lot of people. Which, you know, is partly my doing. I'm a pretty solitary person. I'm a kind of a hermit. So I keep to myself a lot. But you know, she was always there, and she was always very intuitive of how I was feeling. If I was sad, she would come and, you know, comfort me, you know, just rubbing against me like she knew. I think animals are a lot more intelligent and in tune with us than some people would think. And I guess it depends on the animal too. Like me and her were just very close. Blue and I are close, but I don't know if she's as intuitive, or it could just be that she's just a different personality. She's a lot more carefree and, you know, fun. Whereas Momo was more like me, very selective about who she liked, affectionate, but only with certain people, kind of moody. But yeah, we've had like pets in the past that were like family pets, but never, like I said, this is my first, that was my cat. I opted to get her cremated. We have dogs here, and I don't know, I would be kind of worried about them digging her up or something. I don't know. So eventually I will have, you know, that. They said next week, probably. I have her collar. I'm wearing it as a bracelet, which is also, it's nice, but like the little jingle of her tag is kind of triggering, because I'll move a certain way, because like that's how I would hear her, is like whenever she would walk, you know, be walking into the room, I would hear her little tag, or if she'd be eating, I'd hear a little tag jingle. And now when I'm moving my arm, I can hear it, and I don't really like that. So yeah, I like wearing this, but I think I might take her actual identification collar thing off, or maybe move it to where it doesn't jingle around, because I don't like it. But yeah, and I've been talking to my dad a lot about it, because he's had to put down a couple of animals, and he actually might be getting close to putting down one of his dogs, because one of his dogs is pretty old. Actually, there's two of them that are pretty old, but the one he has is having a lot of issues with his back legs, because he's a big dog, and I love big dogs, but one of the things that sucks is that they have a lot of like leg problems, because, you know, they're big, so, you know, their joints go, and this particular dog has already had like, I think at least 2 surgeries in his hind legs, and he's too old to go through another surgery. and I don't even know if it's an option. So, yeah, so he might be in the same boat I am soon, which sucks. Hi, Fresh. I don't know what I was talking about. But, yeah. It's just so weird. I don't want to get graphic because I'm like describing everything, but it's just, it's a very weird situation. It's very surreal just to see her laying there. And it sucks. I took a picture of her earlier today. I didn't want that to be the picture on the thumbnail, because I'd rather you guys see her as, you know, when she was healthy. It's kind of depressing to watch where she had been at towards the end. I don't even know if you're going to be able to see this, but you can't really see how sick she was. I didn't really want to take a picture of her like that. But if you would have seen the way she looked, you would have known that it's just bad. It's just really bad. And I think that was part of why I was so emotional too, is seeing how bad she got. It's just not good. Yeah, the dogs are already on that. They take, like, I don't know everything, but I know they take that. And they take some other stuff too. I honestly don't know what. But he's like, I think 11 or 12. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, that's what I was gonna get at. I was talking to my dad, and he's like, and I don't know if he brought it up or I brought it up. Somebody brought it up, but I was like, I don't know if I want to get another cat, because like it was always kind of my intention, you know, when Momo passed, to get another cat, so, you know, Blue would have a friend. But I don't know if I want to. Like, what do you mean by a good age for cats? If you mean like how long do they live, 14 is old for a cat. I'd say anything past 10, like I think 10 is where you start kind of expecting, or not expecting, but where it's not so abnormal. I mean, cats can live a long time. There's this one cat that I keep seeing circulating where he's like 30 or something. But the cat looks absolutely miserable. Hello, I think that says Drew. If it's not Drew, I apologize. But yeah, 14 is old for a cat. The thing with Momo that's, and I guess this, I've heard this is the way it kind of happens, is it really came out of nowhere, because like all throughout her life, she wasn't, I never had to take her to the vet. I only had to take her once, and that was because she had a allergic reaction to kitty litter that I changed her to. And that was it until this last year, and then it was just really quick. You know how it can turn like that. You got your string? Yeah. See, Blue doesn't give a shit. She's playing like nothing's going on. And maybe, who knows, maybe I'm not giving her enough credit. Maybe she just sensed that, you know, Momo wasn't doing well, and I don't know. But she is not acting any different. But yeah, I don't know if I want to get another cat. Especially, well, it definitely would not be right now. It would have to be, I don't know how far out, but not now. The reason I was thinking of not doing it is because when I got Blue, God, she's like flipping out. A lot of my attention went to her, and I felt bad for Momo because for the longest time, you know, you guys have seen me if you've watched me for any length of time, like how close I was to Momo. Like I was always bringing her in my lap and blah blah blah. So like me and her were like tight, and then when I got Blue, it was kind of hard because it's like now I have this other cat. For me, it's hard to equally give attention to both and not feel like I'm catering to one over the other. And I don't know. I know people do it. People do it all the time. I just don't know if I can. I'm not the type of person. I'm a very like one-on-one or like small group person. I don't like big crowds. I don't have like a ton of like friends. I have like a couple, you know, maybe a handful or whatever that I'm close with, and that's it. And that's kind of how I feel about animals. Like I don't know if I could be as close as I want to be with the animal having more than one, because I'd feel like I'd be neglecting one or the other. So that's a concern for me. Plus, with getting Blue as well, not every cat is compatible with whatever animal you bring in. I was really lucky in that the first interaction I had, where my mom and I were living together and we brought a cat in for her, that they got along super well. Like they were so tight. They were, you know, very, very close. So I kind of assumed that Momo would be like that with another cat. Just like, well, they bonded really well. You know, she'll bond with another cat. It's not the case. The personalities kind of have to mesh, and with Blue and Momo, they didn't really. So that's another thing. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see how Blue is, because I'd really be at this point in getting it for her. I don't really want another cat, at least not right now. But it's still very, very soon. Like, not even 24 hours have passed. It was actually about 6 hours ago. Yeah. Do you want a friend? Sound like a no. I'm your friend. She wants to play. You want to play? She wants to play. 1 o'clock in the morning. Hi, Friction. My throat's a bit sore. I feel like crap. So crying on and off all day will do. But I'm okay for now. We'll see how I'm doing tomorrow. So like I said, that's another thing that I noticed is it does come in waves. Like I think I'll be like not okay, but stable, not upset, but then I'll see something. Like when I had to take, this is gonna trigger me. When I had to take her little carrying, because like you have to bring the animal in the carrier, and when I had to take that carrier empty home, that really bugged me. So now seeing that carrier, which I left it at the bottom of the stairs, it didn't even make it all the way up, because I'm like, I don't even want to see it right now. Seeing that carrier is, you know, it upsets me. But yeah. So basically the point is I know that there are going to be certain parts, probably for a while, where I'll be sad out of nowhere, but I mean, I guess that's what happens. Hi, Milton. Is your name Milton? This cat, dude. I will say that I'm very thankful I do have Blue. I know it's not the same, but if I didn't have her, it would be worse. I was looking for her, I don't want to say the word because she knows what the word means, but I don't see it. I don't know. But at least this happened on the Friday. I mean, that's like the only good thing. Then I have to work tomorrow or the next day. Because at one point, like I said, Thursday night or like in the evening is when I made the appointment for today. Well, Friday. And I didn't know if I could get, because like my supervisor was off Thursday and Friday. So I didn't know if I'd be able to get off early because I have to be, I don't get off of work till 7. So I would have needed to leave early to be able to take her in today. And he's like, well, if you can't do it today, then we could do it Monday. And I'm thinking, number one, I don't know if she's going to make it till Monday. Like, that's how bad, like, literally every morning I'd wake up and I'm like, is this going to be the day that I wake up and see something I don't want to see? So yeah, I didn't know if she'd make it till then. I didn't want her to suffer until then, and I also didn't want to start off my week like that and have to work the rest of the week after having that happen. So at least it's on Friday, and I have a couple days that I can have to myself if I need to, and not have to deal with work, which I already don't like. So there's that. Yeah. We're going to bed soon. You're supposed to be sleepy. You want your light? See, she knows what the word means. But yeah, I'm not going to be on here much longer. I know, like I said, it's depressing, but I figured, you know, I just title this very clearly what it is, and if people want to watch it, then they watch it. If they don't, they kind of know what's going on. I mean, it's pretty obvious. I'm trying to do this light thingy in the camera, but there's a delay, so it's like really super screwed up and backwards. Yeah, I mean, I have no choice but to get through it, right? What other choice do I have? But it's gonna be rough. I know it's gonna be rough. Just the fact that she's not here is just weird. Very weird. But again, like I said, I know it was the right decision. She was definitely suffering at this point, so she's not anymore. Oh, I haven't been on here in like a month, so I probably didn't even say it. I don't know. I finally got my vapor supply order. Only took like 2 weeks. I haven't mixed any of it yet. Well, actually, no, I take that back. I did add one flavor to a mix to see what it did to it. I tried to make my snowball without the cocoa note, because I wasn't loving the cocoa note in it. I really wanted a chocolate cake to add to it, but I didn't have one, so I kind of just built one and didn't love the way it came. And part of the point of the vapor supply order is that I ordered like 2 or 3 different chocolate cake type things, and I was going to try to use one of those in my mix, but my order came late, so I couldn't do that. So I was kind of stuck with what I had. But I figured I really like the marshmallow coconut note in that, so I would mix it without the cocoa, and I thought it would be good that way. For some reason it's not, which is weird. Like, it seemed to affect the way the marshmallow and coconut were. I don't know why. So I added one of the chocolate cakes that I ordered to that mix that I had made without the cocoa. Basically like the chocolate cake layer that I had made, like created in the first one. I made it, whatever, you get the point. Yeah, I think at some point what I want to do, and I don't know how easy, or I don't even care about how easy it'll be, I just don't know how doable it would be. Back when YouTube had a proper YouTube studio where you could actually edit your videos, I probably could have done it a lot easier, but I kind of wanted to put like a montage together of like all the little bits that, because I mean she's been in my videos, you know, for years, and I'm sure there's cute little things in there, kind of splice them together, if not just for like a memorial or whatever you call those things, a tribute, I don't know what you call them, but just as like a collection, because I always worry that one day I'm going to come to my channel and my videos are just going to be gone, because I don't have them backed up anywhere. And I would miss all the, this is the messed up, well, I don't know if it's messed up, but I guess ironic, I don't know. The thing I would miss the most about this channel just disappearing is like all of my cats. Like the cute things that my cats do, like behind the scenes. Like when I first got Blue, every now and then I'll watch the video of, you know, when I first got her as a kitten and she's meowing in the background. I'd be very upset if that video was just gone. So it's something I've been thinking about for a while, but of course I'm lazy and I just haven't done it. And I probably should back up my videos somewhere. I don't know how. Number one, I really don't know how to do that, and I don't know if there's even a way that's not time consuming how to do that. I don't know. Because I always do, like, I don't like upload my videos and that, or I don't film my videos and then upload them. I used to back in the day, but I don't do that anymore. It's straight pretty much to YouTube, so there's no backup file anywhere. Like, it's here for as long as hopefully it's here, and then that's it. I don't know. Like, I try, oh my god. So last time you guys saw me was, like I said, about a month or so ago. I did that Javi coffee review thing. Yeah, I did. And I meant to do that offline and then upload it, but I ended up doing it live on accident because I didn't change the settings. And there was like a whole part in the beginning that was like a minute long of me just in silence, because I'm always afraid that I'm not recording when I use OBS. It's like the whatever. So I'm like, oh, I'll just edit it out, right? Dude, trying to edit out in that little YouTube thing that they have is just, I figured it out, but it was such a pain. I really wish they would have kept their little editing thing that they used to have. I don't know why they got rid of it. Maybe it just cost too much money, I don't know. But it was a lot easier and better back then. You could actually edit in there. I've done it a couple times. I don't do it a lot because I don't really edit shit, but I've done it and you can do it. But with this little thing, it was just to clip out like the first minute or minute and a half, whatever it was like, it took me like 15 minutes to figure out, and I had to look up videos, and such a mess. Yeah, I was thinking of I need like maybe an external hard drive or something, because like I have a lot of video games and they take up a bulk of my hard drive, or hard drives really. So I really would need, because I'm assuming that videos would take up a lot of, I don't know if it'd be considered bandwidth, but storage essentially. So I'd want like something external. Yeah. I don't know. I'm sure there's editing software out there somewhere that's not, is either free or not horribly expensive. I might even have one in my computer somewhere that I don't know about. I don't really know because I don't edit. Not horribly in love with editing, not gonna lie. Can I help you? Yeah? You bored? I don't know why she's like this right now. She's usually not like this at this time of night. It's usually earlier in the day that she's like this. Yeah. Anyway, I don't even know if you could hear her, but she's like talking up a storm. But I am gonna get out of here shortly. Because at this point I'm just rambling. Not like that's anything new. Trying to think if there's anything else. That's really mainly what I've been dealing with. Really on and off for the past year. It's been a lot. Hi, Lumi. How are you feeling? Didn't you have your thing today? Another reason I wanted to do this video now is because I knew there would probably be less people. And I just, like, I'm tired, but I don't know if I can sleep yet. Even though around this time is when I would be either asleep or getting to sleep. But luckily I don't really have anything going on tomorrow, so I don't have to wake up early or anything. So if I have to sleep in or whatever, if I can anyway. I slept like shit last night, which I pretty much knew was going to happen because number one, my sleep all week has been screwed up, and two, I knew, you know, what was happening was happening. I could do that for a little bit. I do need to try to sleep because, like I said, I've been crying, like I said, all day. And I already wasn't feeling well for like 2 weeks. Finally started feeling better. I don't know. I mean, I was feeling, the weird thing is, whatever I had, like, I would feel like I was getting better, like, one day. So I think it was like Friday or Saturday I felt better, and then the next day I felt like shit again. Not like terrible, just not well. It could be stress. I'm sure that's definitely part of it. This whole situation's been stressing me out pretty badly for a while now. And my body does not do well with stress at all. Like, it really crashes my immune system, which I don't know if my immune system's all that great anyway. It's not like compromised that I know of for like any particular reason. But yeah. Let's try my recipe for tomorrow. I made one version. I finally tried that RY4 Double by Jungle Flavors. It's not bad, but it wasn't really what I expected. Anyway, I think, like I said, I'm rambling at this point. But yeah, that's what happened. Friday the 13th sucked again. Oh, and then like, that's what I was going to bring up. So we had our family night thing, and my brother, he was supposed to come over, and goes outside, about to leave. There's the freaking bolt or a nail or whatever in his tire. So his tire's completely flat. He doesn't have anything to fix it with. So he's like, I might have, not be able to come, but we went and picked him up. So he came anyway. But I was like, geez. I was like, please be careful, because it was raining really bad at that point. I'm like, please be careful. That's all I need, is for any other BS to happen today. But anyway, Mix and Vixens is still happening Sunday. Hopefully I'll be there. I can't tell from time to time how I'm going to be, but I plan on being there. We'll see if it happens. Other than that, hopefully the next time you see me, it's not going to be all depressing like it's been probably the last couple times I've been on. Outside of the shake and vape, the single flavor testing, I feel like that one was okay. I don't feel like I was too depressed in that one, but whatever. Eventually you'll see me. Stay safe. Try to be happy. Try to be nice to people if you want to be. And yeah. Bye.